Hey guys, it's Vampiric, and today we will be looking at the action sci-fi film called Mad Max 2. Following a global war and the collapse of civilization after oil supplies were nearly exhausted, the world is in a state of barbarism. Max and his companion, an Australian cattle dog, are being chased by attackers. Waiting for the man to shoot, he brakes, causing the man to shoot his own. While getting behind the car, he rams it, causing it to crash on the road, flipping it over. Stopping, he runs to the truck nearby to collect its fuel. Watching out, the gang warrior, Wes, stops ahead. Continuing to collect the fuel, Wes screams, before taking the arrow out of his arm and riding off. Opening the truck's door, a dead man falls out. Looting around, he finds and takes a small musical toy. Later, as Max drives through the wasteland, he finds an abandoned gyrocopter. Approaching it to get more fuel, he finds a snake. Skillfully taking the snake away, suddenly the pilot, called Gyro Captain, comes out of the ground, ambushing him. As Max walks back to his car, due to the pilot pressure, he presses a button. Gyro walks and opens the door, where the dog attacks and overpowers him. Gyro surrenders and claims he knows where an oil refinery is, full of oil that he has discovered. Max, sparing him, ties him up in the car as he leads him to the location with his dog on alert. When they arrive, Max scouts the area and finds the compound is under siege by the Marauders, a gang of drivers and motorcyclists. Gyro tells Max their leader has his gang attacking the compound daily, believing that it contains lots of fuel. During nightfall, they see the Marauders drive off away from the complex. Later, during the morning, still biding his time, Max sees an opportunity when several groups of the settlers break out of the compound and are chased down by the Marauders. Watching, they crush the drivers, attacking and killing them. Leaving the pilot, he gets in his car to investigate. Arriving, he finds and attacks one of the thugs and rescues the survivor, striking a deal to return him to the compound in exchange for fuel. Driving to the compound, he shows them the survivor, allowing him to enter. Max talks to the leader, Pappagallo, about the deal from the man to get fuel, but due to the man's death from his wound, Pappagallo renegades on the deal. Taking his car, the mechanic taunts Max, causing the dog to attack him. Calming the dog down, the settlers are on the verge of killing Max, but abruptly, the Marauders return, retreating and blocking the entrance. Max is handcuffed. The group prepare for a possible attack as he watches the Marauders evade, including Wes. The leader, Lord Humongous, speaks, offering the settlers safe passage in exchange for the fuel supply. Suddenly, the feral kid, throwing a boomerang, kills Wes' partner, causing him to go berserk, wanting to kill the entire group. Humongous stops him and states to the settlers that they have one day to decide if they want to accept the deal. Driving off from the compound, the settlers discuss what to do. While Max escapes from the handcuffs, he gives the feral kid the musical gift, who is overjoyed with it. Max offers an alternative deal to the group, talking to them in the tent. He will bring a vehicle to haul the settlers' tanker if they return his car and give him as much fuel as he can carry. The settlers, who don't have any other choice, accept. That night, carrying fuel for the truck, Max sneaks out on foot. Suddenly, he stumbles, making a sound. A thug investigates the sound, but the feral kid mimics a wolf, which causes the thug to walk away. Walking again, he goes to the hill to find that the gyro captain had escaped. Following his tracks, he finds him and forces him to carry the fuel. As they walk to his vehicle, flying to the truck from the air, Max repairs the truck and throws a key to the pilot. Making his drive to the settlers, the Marauders, hearing the noise of the truck, chase after him, trying to stop the truck by shooting and attacking the truck. Driving through their camp, Humongous attempts to shoot at Max, closing up to the compound. He's suddenly attacked by Wes, but with help from the gyro captain, thrown at a shooter, causing them to crash, allowing Max time to enter. Some of the Marauders, including Wes, enter, attacking the settlers inside, as Max and the other settlers fight back. During the fighting, Pappagallo is shot by an arrow, causing Max to run to the flamethrower and defend, setting the thugs on fire. As Wes taunts Max, he finds an escape and leaves, running to his group. As the Marauders leave, driving away, the gyro captain lands in the compound and is welcomed by the group. The settlers are appreciative of Max's help and they gift him ammo, but it reminds them that it is just a job and he is leaving. As the settlers are preparing to repair their vehicles, they get a message from Humongous, roaring at the group that their deal of safe passage is over and that they will be attacked. During the night, the Marauders taunt and try to frighten the settlers, of their imminent attack. While the settlers prepare for the morning, Max prepares his car to leave, but he is asked to escape with them to the far north. Max declines the offer, which angers Papagallo, who asks him what his purpose is, and that he is a maggot who is scared, causing Max to lash out and punch him. Preparing to leave, he opens the entrance, saying his goodbyes to the pilot before driving out. Driving out of the compound, he goes past the Marauders' camp. Wes, hearing Max escape, chases after him. Wes, needing speed, he uses nitro. Getting in front, he smashes Max's car, causing him to wreck his car. Tumbling down the hill, Max, who's still alive, but seriously injured. The Marauders run to the car to take the fuel. They find an injured Max and his dog. Killing his dog, he prepares to kill Max, but suddenly, due to the thug trying to use the fuel, he activates the car to self-destruct, killing both the Marauders in the explosion. Wes, watching down, and seeing nothing left, he leaves. Back in camp, Gyro sees an explosion, knowing it is Max. He flies to the location, and finds Max is left for dead, crawling on the floor, rescuing him. Max wakes up with the feral kid greeting him by giving him his supplies. Walking outside to the group, preparing to plan their escape, Max insists on driving the tanker, but Babagallo declines him. Max states that he is the best chance they've got, causing him to accept the offer, while the group prepare their escape, as well as the Marauders prepare for their attack. He drives out of the compound, accompanied by the feral kid, with Babagallo and several of the settlers to provide protection. Humongous and most of his warriors pursue the tanker, while some of the warriors enter the compound. Unknown to them, the compound has been rigged to explode. Further away shows the remaining settlers free to flee the compound in a ramshackle bus, watching the destruction of their home. Meanwhile, Max and the settlers are being chased by the warriors, who repeatedly attack the truck, trying to stop it, while the defenders are slowly being picked off and killed during the chase. Max and the feral kid find themselves alone against the Marauders. As Wes boards the truck, he tries killing the two of them, but Max briefly stops, causing him to fall in front of the truck. Babagallo, trying to get the feral kid to jump, but is killed and drifts away. As Humongous prepares to kill Max, the Gyro throws fire at Humongous, but suddenly he is shot, causing him to crash down to the ground. Max, wanting ammo for his gun, gets the kid to collect it. Suddenly, Wes appears, grabbing onto the kid. Seeing Humongous behind, he lets go, screaming as a semis head-on collision with Humongous's car, killing both of them as the out-of-control truck rolls off the road, crashing into the ground. While the surviving Marauders arrive at the crash, they find that their leaders are dead, causing them to leave. Max leaving the truck, carrying the feral kid from the wrecked tanker. He finds sand leaving out of the tanker, and not fuel. The Gyro captain arriving. They both smirk at the deception, revealing it to be a decoy, which allowed the feral kid and the other settlers to escape with the fuel in oil drums hidden inside their vehicles. With Babagallo dead, the Gyro captain succeeds him as their chief and leads the settlers to the coast, where they establish the Great Northern Tribe, whereas Max continues to survive in the wasteland alone. Thank you for watching and liking the video.